Good morning, AMC apes. It's a good day to be here. We got AMC and GME both running up. It is a beautiful 2.7% up on GME, and AMC already just hitting a rocket right now as we start the live stream. This is a beautiful thing. AMC up 5%, now running again 5.5 and pushing. We are $42.26 up on the day. AMC still giving us some fantastic Mondays. So I want to say, if you guys are just watching this when it came out earlier in the day, or if you guys are watching it live, I want you to comment out which one you are and smash that like either way, because when you look to the left and the right, you notice that both of those people have liked the video already to silence that tricky algorithm. We have AMC short interest on the screen right here, an increase of 0.5%, 16.5 right now, an estimated of 84.73. Some of you in the comments saying that that is just a manipulated short interest. Very recently, there has been research, and I will dig into that. But first, I want to say hi to Kuas and Wreck the Night. I want to say hi to Cyberbully, as well as you right now, chilling in the chat with us. Brabbit, what's up, Clara Chan? Good to see you guys. Now, let me see. How is the volume on that music? Chilling in the chat with us. Yep, that sounds good to me. We got numbers, letters. What's going on? We got Abraham Who. Government divides. AMC just had a mini run up to 42.26. Now currently trying to consolidate, trying to find some steady ground. It's because we were able to shoot up to 42.09 earlier, that now we might see some support right here at 42 bucks. What's up, Andreas P? Good to see you. Malik, how's it going? Lucas Luage. We got Steven Morales. My hairpiece. Government divides. We got Gooch Tickler. I think I can say that on YouTube. And we have Meatball. How's it going, buddy? Now the whole gang is here. What am I looking at here? Pubmatic holding it sideways, up 2.5%. I mean, hard to beat a nice day of gains. Easy to say that people with the right earnings would have been hitting the right highs. Speaking of highs today, $42.70 on QuantumScape. We talked about it last week, up 10% right now. SoFi up 4.5%. We got RIVN. You guys bought it sub $100. RIVN is up another 8% today after a 30% rise from one of their lower points right on IPO day. We got Los Baños, California in the house, says Daniel Hardy. Good morning, apes. How's it going, Josh Bryant? A. Willis M. Maximus C. We got Matt Yale. Can we show Ortex on PROG? Heck yeah, we'll do it in a second. Sambo, Roderick Porsche. And we have Sinister 5. Hey, Andrew, I got ChatterQuant because of you. Thank you so much. I love it. Hey, that is what we love to hear. Let's get Sinister 5 right on the screen here. Sinister 5. Boom. And you guys can also get LuxAlgo or ChatterQuant for a major discount in the description. Seems like it's working for some people, because I check it on the weekly and I'm showing you guys on the daily exactly what the major alerts are. AMC getting supported at that simple moving average here, that blue line. If we get a strong bounce off of 41.95 as dynamic support, if not, we have a stable support right down at 41.58. The next level of resistance to watch is 42.54. RIVN is just pushing right now. Kuez says, Steven Morales. Dude, my cousin's name is Steven Morales. I'm guessing you're not my cousin, though. Canada, eh? Good morning, Debbie Hollick. A says Jay Encenia. And yeah, I got it right. Fresno, Cali. What the heck is up with Newegg besides the price? Newegg has done these kinds of runs in the past. This one is no exception. This is where it is today. 11%. Ooh. That's after hanging out at $11.73 as early as last Monday, as early as 7 days ago. NEGG is now on another 10% bender. Jane and Sinius, Hulk, smash the like button. All right. We got Tyler asking about Sundial. Hello from Canada, says Rachel. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys from? As you guys come on in and smash that like. I know 140 of you. We got 140 likes coming. AMC. Double-digit gains. So the double-digit gainers are AMC. We've got QuantumScape. We have NEGG. And what else are we looking at? RIVN almost. PROG. Double-digit gains. Let's see it. Clara Chan says, me from Calgary. We got Tyler Pitts from Canada, Enfilth from Memphis. We got Chris B from Germany, Matt H from New York, QS from Ontario. How do I feel about Sundial? Let me take a look real quick. SNDL. Sundial down another 1.5%. This was after a 11/11 after hours rip. I believe this was its earnings call. Let's take a look at ChatterQuant to see where the next few earnings calls are while we take a look. So Sundial is currently trending underneath that pretty tricky resistance that I tracked. I think I was tracking this in months prior. Yeah, 92. There was a resistance there and there was support back here. So if it's gonna be able to push past 92 cents, it's gonna have to work over months of trying to push past it. The next level is at $1.22, so it's not like there's stable resistances anywhere in the single-digit ranges here. Sundial has a pretty tricky resistance to try to beat. Israel says, hello from Chicago. Space Agent says, hey Mo, great to see you. Keep coming. Always green when you turn up. Cincinnati says Christian. BTS Sandwiches, Texas. What's going on? Tyler Pitts says, Andrew the man. What's up, Kristen Gallo? Good to see you. Kuwait says, Canadians are smart investors. That's why we watch Andrew. The Canadian love in here. AMC did catch that bounce off of the simple moving average, as we said, coming off of $42.14. Still having some trouble with the bullish momentum to try and push above 42.54, although double digits on a lot of these stocks today means that there is room for growth. Huma is nearly 10% up today. Tilray up 6.5%. Okay, so that's why you guys are asking about Sundial. So let's look at where Afria is. That's right. They merged. Let's see. 43.08. QuantumScape is still staying tightly at that 10% up on the day. It's a good day to make some money. It's a good day to have invested last week, but it's always a good day to have invested last week. That's the real deal. Kuwait says, I'm hoping to get some life advice. How do you stay focused at work? I find myself avoiding getting my work done, and I don't know why. Despite constantly thinking about it, I just can't do it. Kuwait, I have that exact same problem. I've dealt with it for decades, and now I have today. It really ends up being, can you get your foot in the door of your own productivity? Can you get one thing done focus on getting a low barrier to entry to any task, and then try to get little wins. Okay, so you win, and then you win. Each win should gear you up for the next win. Now that said, if you work in a work environment that lets you be a little bit more flexible, be a little bit more creative, allows you to take a breather, I would say a stroll. Okay, any age, a stroll. Go outside, breathe fresh air, take a moment and just breathe. Right? Really pick up meditation. Whenever you are not feeling productive, take a second and try to get your brain to think of something else, and then set again a different and more attainable goal, especially if you've been having trouble doing anything that relates to work. St. Ives, England, says Space Agent. Smoking or Joking says, hey guys, good morning, Andrew. Good to see Smoking or Joking in here. How's it going? We got Steven Morales says, thanks for the sundial report. I bought in when it was ripping months ago, and now I'm hoping to hold till $1.25 when I bought it. Should have sold when it hit almost $3. Well, that's the thing. You'll never know when these policies are going to come in and change the entire market for some of these more difficult to predict industries. Sundial is not like Tilroy, even though they're in very similar parts of the market. Ethereum up, holding about 0.5% up, $4,600. SHIB is currently at 1.5% up as well, 53.95. And Dogecoin down 1.5%. So SHIB and Doge switching places once again today. Agra, AGRI up 5.5%. Ride, Lordstown has been steadily rising these past few days. Wonder F is up 9% today. Square up 3.5%, nearly 4%. So some of these stocks are Monday winners, and if you play options, could be a good chance to chase a runaway stock from selling calls or buying puts angle. If you think that people have been overly bullish on these early morning Monday stocks, you could be right. If you wanted to play options, this could be a good opportunity, but I'm not a financial advisor, and most importantly, I'm not your financial advisor. Okay, let's look at where those earnings are on ChatterQuant. Monday, we had Tyson Foods, we had Ginkgo Boba, we had Ivanhoe, Oatly, Ding Dong. Okay, so nothing too crazy of note. And then after close, we have Lucid. Ooh, Lucid's earnings is today. So if you wanted to play EV, today is going to be a big mover for Lucid. Okay. Let's see where Lucid is today, right before its earnings. Doing a little bit better in the beginning of the market, 46.12. So it's $1 up earlier today alone. Newegg already pulling back. What did I say, guys? You gotta pay attention to when those rips happen, so that you can watch it come back down. Good morning. First time short time, says Play. What's going on? Kues is very nice advice. Glad to hear it. Is there a signal on LEV? Okay, let's take a look at Lux algorithm. Alan Barron, number 93. Good morning. I'm sure all of you have already smashed that like. It's a fun game. Let's do it together. I'll give Meatball a treat. A 3, a 2, and 1 for me. Just kidding. Just double for Meatball. No. Double-digit rises on a normal stock market. Not saying that this one is abnormal, but you have seen a lot of outlier activity this past year. A lot of records being broken. So a lot of FOMO is going to be playing out. You have to calculate that when you are thinking about everyone else's plays across the market. So let's look at LEV. BTS sandwich throwing us a soft sell in the 30-minute from November 3rd. It's been trending sideways. Really had a saving grace at 1162 over on the 10th. Now currently in that EQ band at about $12.40. Okay. Not seeing a bullish signal for LEV quite yet. Let's go out to the 2 hour. Yeah. Not overly bullish, but you could use these oscillator hints. It's a signal down below. For example, you have a red one here, and then a green one right here on the 2 hour chart. So those are hints and when potential MACD crossovers are going to happen, when bearish momentum turns over to bullish. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Meatball. What's going on, Sean? Boom boom candles today, says Y Song. Quick. Dropping those booms. BTS Sandwich says, Andrew is my hero, just saying. Hey, you just got in, says Logan. Have you talked about MTTR yet? Well, AMC pushing up to daily highs, 42.33 right now. MTTR. Hello. I had not yet talked about MTTR. Let's take a look at how far it's out of overbought. Yeah, 2 hour, nearly about to hit it. About 26.83 is the top of that 2 hour range. And every other time frame is far exceeded the overbought Bollingers on top. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single other one. This is a seriously runaway stock. MTTR. Double-digit gains. It's actually crazy. What up, brother EM? Let's go. Let's see. Sean D, how's it going? EM says Andrew is the bomb. Valentin says, hey Andrew, just subscribe for the second 3 months Lux Algo. Love the EQ cloud. Thank you. See, the EQ, everyone loves the EQ cloud. It's just a good time. You just have to look at this. Look at this product. Okay, look how many happy people are coming in, commenting out that they love Lux algorithm. You guys grab it, 20% off. It's yours. Why is there a line at 54 cents on AMC? Let me see. 54 cents. Oh, 42.54. That is a level of resistance. Yes. So technical resistance and support are past historical. We use historical trading patterns here, where AMC has either faced a bullish or a bearish reversal. So we know that the price action is going to either struggle there, or it's going to be able to push through and then find support, find a floor for that price action. We know that bullish and either resistances or supports can flop. So vice versa, you want to track these all the way through months of data. Let's see. Terrence says, do you think they're pumping RIVN to take volume away from AMC? RIVN, a EV market. Let's make sure we're keeping an eye on RIVN. Now that Matterport has taken up all of the oxygen in the room. Matterport up even higher earlier, already starting to pull back. Not a lot of news about this company. Steven Morales says, I don't think you've ever said where I'm from. I'm from Chicago. Papa. To ask me a question only a Chicagoan would know. Like, do you put ketchup on a hot dog? Haha. Chicago things. You do not. Y Song says, your viewers should halt a second and drop a massive like. Do it now, folks. Thanks. All right, let's pause the music for that. Okay, right back into it. Thanks for the likes, y'all. BTS Sandwich says, all the weed stocks are running today. Kern was finally break even for me. It's KERN. 13%. Ooh. Today is quite a day. People asking about Tilray. So Kern currently up 13.6. Space Agent says, Fee-Fi, Fo-Fum. I smell the blood of a hedgy fund. Why someone says, I need to visit my grandma in Seoul. Give me that boom boom candle. Teda77 says, Mo Money, I'm back. Ripping week. Swedish Bull. Swedish Bull are back. Adrian Vasquez, options chart above $145 for AMC is getting heavy action. Is there any specific reason why? Let's take a look. There's the options data for AMC coming up in a second. Coolio says, thanks for sharing your thoughts on all these tickers. That's very cool of you. Very cool of us to have to hang out together. Have this moment. This is the AMC options right here. You're saying that AMC had a couple of heavy 145 options days. Let me sign in. Shoot. I need to log in. Let me log in. So AMC hitting a lot of the far right side options. Currently already surpassed, since we pushed past the $40 right at open, $1 million worth of calls at $40. Oops. So right there, $1 million worth of calls at $40 strike. Far right side is $145. This is from Friday. About $127,000 at $145. That's been there since the June gamma squeeze. It's just been chilling. GME running? Hold on. Let me check. GME currently pushing past 210, was up 2.5%, now already up 4.5%. Doubled that in the course of the time we took to stream. Get to the minute chart. Matt R. Thoughts on GGPI? Thanks for the soup. Delicious super chat. Let's put GME there. Thoughts on GGPI? EV play some bullish news. Chart looks way overbought, but FOMO is a bit. FOMO is a bit. Let's take a listen to GGPI. Whoops. Yeah. Coors Guggenheim up 20%, and this was all in the final part of the market, and then half in the after hours. The after hours got up to $16. So that means that they pushed to that resistance. This is actually the pullback. This is actually the secondary ramp up. So if you believe there is still value left, it's likely going to push to 16 and then face some major resistance. So it depends on how much risk you're willing to take. Music Hunter says, hey, Andrew, long time no see. I'm finally back to listen to my favorite stock informant. What's going on, Music Hunter? Love to see the Moon Platoon getting back together. It's like the gang. It's like family. The movies. All right, GGPI. Dang, that's huge. GG. Meatball, you good? Yeah, we're gonna do a meatball trick in a second. Space Agent says GGPI is Polestar EVs selling well in the UK. EV wars are back on full force. Who are the winners? Dylan says GME 5-minute chart, basically just beautiful green candles. Mwah. Spicy. Joe N says, let's all hit like. Am I right? Joe, I think you're right. GME hitting the daily high right now at 211 and change, 4.5%. Just pushed past that 210 and still trying to do one more. AMC getting rejected this time at the simple moving average. Coming back down, but still not out. Caught some support at 41.81. Predictable. Smooth, steady, cool, calm, collected cover girl. 41.50 to 42.54. That $1 range, AMC is probably going to stay for much of the day.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
That's okay. Joanne says, family. We are reunited for the coming rip, baby. What? We're talking about DWAC. Let's just put that back on the... Put it back right here. Where was it a couple of days ago? Oop. Ah, yes. Good definition of a good old risky meme stock. Oh yeah. DWAC had the potential of a bullish pennant up and then instead just trended down, bleeding from 77.50 all the way into $65. Unless there's another news event, DWAC right now is in D trouble. Music Hunter says, I'm back and can spell. Space Agent says, we gather for the ripening. Don't lose your heads. The movies. It's amazing. Have you ever seen a movie? Top notch. Jimmy looks like he wants to do some silliness today. Come on, GameStop. GameStop. Okay. Matt R says, Matt, thanks for checking it out. I forgot about Meatball. Can you get a head scratch? Oh, heck yeah. Here, we'll do a close up for you guys. Adam Smith says, Andrew! There's a head scratch for Meatball. Skitch, 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 skitch. Skitch, skitch, skitch. Yeah, boy. The hedge funds cannot handle this. This is ruining all their sentiment analysis. We're changing the game right now with this dog. Can everybody get a ow? Can we get an ow in the chat for Meatball? Mark Baptiste says, have we given the go-ahead to jungle rush these fools? Yes. When are we gonna jungle rush them? The time is near. So sweet. Kitty Claus Catherine Johnson, good to see you. Been a long time. Let's go. Haven't missed a beat. Yes, would you like to give me a handshake? Oh, you just want to rest your head? Yeah! Good to meet you. My name's Andrew. What a pleasure to meet you. Joe and Nick throwing this. Ow! Leo, Simon. Andrew, really great to see you. Much missed, brother. Good to see you, Leo. How have you been? Yuki throwing those ow barks. Throwing a free bark for us. AMC pushed again past the simple moving average. Good day to fight hard. AMC currently trending right at $42. Next level, $42.54, 50 cents away. Arca talking about what the limit is. That is the limit that triggers the margin call squeeze. The mixed squeeze, as we've coined it on the show. Essentially, if there's a limit for one hedge fund to get margin call, there's likely a trigger where one margin call causes a intense buying session from the bankrupt hedge fund, which then bankrupts another. So it's kind of like a chain reaction. Malik saying the GOAT himself, Meatball. Katie Claus says, miss you, glad to be back. Space Agent says, tell Meatball I have got a lovely female spaniel. She's cute with a GSH. Is that a degree? Meatball has a PhD, a PhD dog. Woo. Mad Hatter saying, how have the beats been going on? Hashtag more money on the track. You want to hear some stuff later? We'll show some stuff later, Mad Hatter. Leo saying, just waiting for my attendees. Got my dip ready. Woo! Have you guys said where you all from yet? That's the real question. Let's see where AMC is going to be able to push off of this blue line here. $42. Ah, good sense of humor. That's more important than any degree, in my opinion. Let's look at AMC try to hit that 42.54s in just a second. Now let's take a look. TX Outlaw saying, can we get an owl owl? What am I making, Meatball coin? You know, if I can get some altcoin makers in a Zoom chat together, we can do it. I believe. Let's take a look at the other rippers of the day. See if we can throw a little bit of news on here. Fresno, California. We got Hot Springs, Arkansas. We got Matt Yell asking about PROG. Leo says, what are your thoughts about Disney stock short term? Do you believe they'll continue to fall or get back to the upside? Honestly, I think Disney is about to consolidate. So it's a three-part consolidation right down here. In fact, you can't see it. I will pull it up here. So we were able to hit 158.34 right at the bottom 3 times in a row. So if that's not a triple bottom, I'm literally not sure what technical analysis is anymore. So let's take a look here. Disney's downside appears limited, but sentiment may remain subdued until a positive catalyst forms. Exactly what I was about to say. You essentially have a lot of Marvel fans, a lot of Star Wars fans, a lot of Disney fans, a lot of Pixar fans just holding the buy button, waiting until Disney can get one positive news out. Maybe Encanto. Maybe Encanto is going to be awesome, you know? I saw a billboard. If I see a billboard, that must mean it's everywhere. Now, got a couple of CEOs. Regulation is good for the crypto industry. Black Friday sales expected to increase 20% year over year. Makes sense. Last year was not much of a Black Friday. 20% even seems like a low limit. So if you guys are ready for a major boom for your retail shopping, that is coming up pretty soon. Now, betting on big returns from infrastructure stocks. That's also a fairly great way to play. You guys are watching the regulations come through. Follow the money. Does Meatball ever like sitting on my lap, or is he a pillow sitter? He is actually too long. I'm not sure how long you think he is, but he is like 2.5 feet long. He's as long as my arm. I just touched his butt, and so that's how long he is. He's quite a length. Joe says, speaking of Disney, I'm in Orlando. Joanne says the zoomed in Meatball camera rocks. We were originally going to have 2 cameras, and one was going to point to Meatball all day. Lux Algo and Diz. Ah, there we go. We can solve it. Let's squash this beef. People say that. Let's bury the hatchet. There we go. That's the millennials version. What would you guys say? Let's find out if you're old. Here's a test. Would you say let's squash this beef? Or would you say let's bury the hatchet? Which one would you say? Vote now on your phones. DIS. We have a 158.63. So like I said, that triple bottom right here with a higher secondary resistance over on 163.51. And the lower one was at 161. So that is a difference of $2. That's not insignificant for this pattern to play out. But again, holding tight at 158 means that if this is the floor, the obvious choice is that the next step is anything but the floor. Right? This is the bottom of the price action here. To be true, if you wanted to go any lower, even on the 1 hour chart, you're gonna have to go down to 150. And even at that point, you're still holding Disney stock. Joe says, sweet Jackson. Jackson Bowerly coming to take his daughter to Galaxy's Edge at Disney next summer. Aww. Love to hear that. Leo says, I believe this is a good chance of making good returns on options for Disney on these dips. That's the ticket. You know what? That's a great point. You should not listen to any of this as financial advice, especially if you are not listening to, especially if you are trading right now. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm certainly not yours. So let's take a look at what 157.5, 160, 165. Can we go out to so this is just the 4-day, which scares me. It's a little scarier. So right here for 165, it's only $1.46. That's crazy. I'm a little bit more risk averse. I'm gonna buy closer to at the money. So if I buy like a 162.50 stock call right here. Let's see the buy side. Okay, so that is 10 separate calls, which is not what we're going for. We're gonna go for something. What's this matter? You guys know my password. It's 123457. And then I am going to 62.5, limit price $2.11. There we go. Estimated premium. Yeah, so this is saying that some point before December 3rd, there's going to be a positive Disney catalyst. Let's take let's do a little bit of research of what Disney has coming for us. So Disney movies coming out. Because I'm worried that Encanto could also be a bust. Okay, so Seeing Red, Turning Red. That one honestly sounds really cool. There's a live action Buzz Lightyear. There is West Side Story is Disney? Okay, sure. Then West Side Story is coming out in December. Peter Pan and Wendy. I don't know what Death of the Nile is. And then the live action Little Mermaid in 2023. So there's not a ton of stuff going. Okay, interesting. Hello, Andrew, says unique experience. What's short interest in AMC? Hold on, let me just change this expiration. Let me change it to the 10th. Wait, I will be close to the Christmas time. Christmas time? So so those are the exact same calls, twice as expensive. But you can imagine that it's probably going to be a better play. I believe that Disney will return by Christmas Eve. Or at least by end of year. Okay. At least by end of year. Kaduk. Option will expire. Wait, hold on. For 160. Oh my, 160 limit. Yes, Meatball, can I help you? That's right at the limit. Yeah, okay. Sweet. AMC hitting about 41.75 right now. That's at 4.36%. Lisa May Loveless, we're all getting ready for AMC to pop. Disney is everything and everywhere, says Mad Hatter. Like by and large from Wally. Oh, Death in the Nile is the part 2 and the Murder of the Orient Express. I love that movie. Okay, I'm glad to hear it. That sounds awesome. I love Murder on the Orient Express. PROG, a book of Boba Fett? Hawkeye? And Obi-Wan Kenobi? Is that coming up? What's a short interest in AMC, says Unique Experience. We saw that on earlier in the stream. In fact, it was the first thing. If you scroll all the way back to the beginning of the stream, 16.46% for AMC right now. That's generally where we left it yesterday. About where? My bullish plays on Disney is really going against my better judgment. Duolingo CEO. Johnson & Johnson. Dune Part 2. What do I think about EGLX? Okay, so EGLX and then PROG. Ooh, 16% up. Nice little 3-day candle. Sorry, 3-day little cup forming right here, which means you're likely only going to go up another 50% of the way up to $4.29. Best case scenario, you get all the way up to $4.30. You're not going to see a better bounce off of the EMA. So the EMA right now is giving it support, but likely it is going to, unless it has better resistances previously. Okay, good. So this was a easy to predict resistance. If you were watching earlier, the EMA on the daily chart topped right there. If you were risk averse, you would have sold right around about 20% lower than that. So 20% of this would be 80 cents lower. So right around $4.60. Sorry, $3.60. If you were, risk middling, you would sell your limit right around $4.90. Either way, this is an easy way to be able to tell where a bleeding stock, such as DWAC. So for example, if we do this with DWAC, it's bleeding, it's having a hard time. But you notice that the simple moving average here is coming up to meet it. So if there's any point that we were able to push up, we would have gotten rejected there. Very similar to the EMA. So yeah, that EMA is not only dynamic resistance, it's basically everyone has voted that that is the price that we will not overcome. Trey says, please bounce off of MA, AMC. Jerry Taylor says, I'm a PROG believer. First love is AMC. Vin says, how's TA on SHIB? Good to see you again. Vin Nguyen. There's a couple of those. I know a different Vin Nguyen as well. Unless you are that one. Let me zoom in on your face. Nope. I think you have a mustache. Let me take a look at SHIB. The thing about SHIB is that I'm probably gonna have to open it up on Lux algo so that I can take up a smaller part of my screen, and also so that you guys can see that Lux algo works with crypto as well. It's pretty cool. We had some people that were happy about it. Oh, I've had like the wrong thingy. That's so weird. Okay, cool. We'll just put it on Carl. SHIB on the hourly had a strong buy all the way back in the 13th of November. Now currently purple price action all the way, just consolidating at 28. I'm gonna use market cap for now. 28 bill. Right at the cusp of 28 billion. Wow, bill, jeez. So if you make a joke on another joke, you can still be sitting on a 28 billion market cap. Got it. I know, Meatball. When is the Meatball coin coming? We could be sitting at 30 billion market cap. Strong buy signal on the 30-minute chart. Okay. So if you're a little bit more, if you ascribe yourself more to these day-to-day swings, you're likely going to find that attractive. It's a buy signal back on 27.75 billion market cap. Would it launch you all the way up to the near 30 bill? That's almost 10%. So that strong buy signal on the 30-minute chart was a good one. Meatball just wants to make sure he's getting the pats he deserves. Good boy, Meatball. Nice work. LAZR. Okay, let me take a look. I remember talking about laser such a long time ago. %10 up. Let's go to the 5-minute. See what it's like for the just the past day. Okay, just crossing over 2153. Wow, these are resistances I set months ago. Absolutely crazy. Turn-based Dragon says, I want to squeeze him. Meatball's posing for his coin shot. Meatball will return. Kristen Gallo says 777 in the chat. That's pretty lucky. Those 777 of you, I'm sure you've already looked to your left and looked to your right and noticed that both of them have slapped that like button. So when Meatball comes back, we'll give him a treat. But if you guys can match the number of likes in here with the number of people, I'd love to say it. Love to make those numbers make sense. Helps my brain. Especially if it's found a little bit entertaining, a little bit educational, and a bit Meatball. EM says Meatball coin, I will buy millions. Still in the Stonko tracker, AMC shares available to borrow just dipped from 1.5 million to 400,000. Let's take a look. Stonko tracker. Not shorted quite yet, which is what Matt Yale is asking, but borrowed. So right here at 11:04, we had 1.5 million shares available of AMC, and then 40 minutes later, we only have 400,000 available. So they spent the money to borrow. Doesn't mean that they've shorted quite yet. Ray says AMC has a steel barrier to break through the upward trend. We need Elon to dump his money into AMC. Oh, Elon. How helpful. Christopher Robles Thank you. I appreciate that. Kelly Jenkins says, don't forget to hit the like for Andrew and Meatball. You guys are staying for a good long time. Make sure to slap that subscribe as well. We get giveaways here. We give more support to you guys than you probably get from random people shouting TA at you in the street. No, we're a family here. It's all a good time. And from time to time we meet a congressman or two. Let's see if we can try and ascertain where this data is coming from. So let's go to iBorrow desk. This is from iBorrow desk, imagine. Okay. Go ahead, buddy. Okie dokie. Yep. So this is where the data is coming from. Yeah, right. 1145 is where we saw 400,000 available AMC shares to borrow. Make that a little bit smaller. Let me dig around. Okay. Continuing to do a little bit of research on the side. AMC coming down to the 4138 EMA here. Now let's hear how the music's doing. Okay. Continuing to do a little bit of research on the side. Music is a tiny bit loud, huh? Put it down a tiny bit. Turn-based dragon. Good name. Skitter, skitter, skitter. I like those dog paw sounds. Let's see. DraftKings stock has a favorable long-term odds in its favor. I am taking a look at this. Okay, so AMC trying to push for right now $41.60. Watch that the simple moving average has now converged with that static resistance. Damon saying PROG could see a gamma squeeze this week. People jumping on the PROG. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at where that PROG short interest is. So here is probably on the NASDAQ. Yep, probably on the NASDAQ. Oh, hello. Yeah. PROG is shorted 32%. One out of each share. That's basically 50% of the existing shares are shorted. That's insanity. What's up, EM? Good to see you. Do I ever listen to Tame Impala? Do people ask this all the time? I'm starting to think it's a meme. Yeah, 22 million shorted. So PROG right now looking very interesting. We'll do a whole video on PROG maybe. Oscar says, thank you for all your work. I appreciate it. It's good to be here, guys. What are we looking at here? How much is AMC shorted? 16%. Here's AMC. And here's PROG. PROG at 32%. That's insanity. Where is... What am I putting PROG? PROG. PROG up 14%. Took a nice bounce off of that VWAP here. Established a new support right down here. $33.32. Let me do some TA. I'm gonna draw some numbers. Is there enough music? Let me check. PRG key levels? Yeah, I'm checking right now. What is that music right now? Lucid Dreams. Lucid Dreams is a good name, actually. Looks like it could be a good week for AMC, GME, and other short stocks. GGPI was up. GGPI is up 21% right now. Big gains. Okay, I'm currently tracking the resistance and supports for PROG. Now this was a bullish pennant that we were able to track. So this is from previous work from previous Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. So I didn't have to do it because I'm future Andrew and previous Andrew has nothing to do with me. That's what I like to think. Okay. If I can track, there should be a support down here that I can find. Only about 2 touch points at $2.75. It's not acting as good resistance, that's why. It's also never gone back down. $2.75 is that what I said? 75 cents. Drop all the way to $2.70. Yeah, I think that's fine. $2.75. AMC peaked above 41.59, the level of support. We got retreating at support again after having a little tumble underneath it. Too late to jump into PROG. Remember, PROG got up to $6 just a couple of months ago. Months ago? Weeks ago? Sorry. That was like 3 weeks ago. Let's see. Support here at $2. 2 touch points, not 3. All these 2 touch point, not 3 business. Right here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, $2.27. Okay, I think we've basically tracked out what we expect to see today. So PROG currently at 15% up on the day. We tracked a ascending trend here, both ascending levels of support and resistance. We just pushed above it at $3.48. This confirms the angle of the other charts here. Originally I wanted to pull it up to here, and now we have a much better formed flag, 2 parallel lines. That's better. Okay, PROG heading up on the day, probably not going to miss a $3.88 hit. It's already halfway through the day, it's not going to have as much volume. But a fairly great way to start off a day of rippage. Jubbin says, yo, Moon Platoon, we are ripping this month. Gary Gensler told me. Kristen Gallo says, Jubbin, Gary Gensler is evil. PROG said, Damon says, PROG potential gamma squeeze incoming. Yep. We're tracking it. Let's see if there is enough options for a gamma squeeze. Gamma. Yeah, Meatball? Want more attention? Okay, I'm gonna pull up the options sonar. Trisha wants to see Dogecoin. Heck yeah. Doge still down 1.5%. It's pretty much this has been where we left it. Although SHIB has now doubled its rip today to 3.5% up. All right, let's look at PROG. P-R-O-G. Finance T-Setsa. Guess who's back? Back again. Andrew's back. Tell your moms. Okay. Yeah. 808. Man, if I can just get 808 likes, that would be epic. That would be an epic number. Make sure you guys have already slapped it. Slapped it silly. You look sick and giving me full. Look at you. Here's some water. Enjoy everyone. Want a water? Just want some attention. Is it like scalpers or something? For sure. The market playing is constantly moving off of itself, right? You have vultures, you have scalpers, you have people who are making a quick buck, you have people who are making a dumb buck, you have people making a consistent buck, all right? The markets are moving. These ebbs and flows are about guessing the price. So this is PROG's current options activity. Hey, buddy. He's actually coming over to sit on my lap. What's up? Patricia says, I just slapped that sucker real good. So if you guys like Meatball making a surprise appearance right on my lap, then this is the perfect time to hit that like button. Finances, but Andrew, we like you 3,000. That movie is like 7 years old. That movie was before the pandemic. Let's see. Whoa, Meatball, please don't wake me. Ah. Cool. Snap is jumping, about 4.5% up. Do you want to host? Oops. What the heck is this? Here, Meatball, you can host. Leo saying, BBIG looking like she's been kicked and forgotten, but I refuse to sell for a loss. Meatball's treats. Whoa, hello. I miss you. Good to see you. How have you been? Her name is Nova, says he's a cutie. Meatball close up. What a good boy. Meatball, you want a treat? I'm gonna give Meatball a treat because he's been so good, but also because you guys have been hitting that like. Thank you guys. This is from you in the PO box from a few months ago. If you guys want to throw something in the PO box for Meatball or myself, it is in the description of each YouTube video. Okay, wait. Okay, here you go. It's dried fish skin. Very healthy. Dogs and Dividend says, Meatball's making my dog super curious about your stream. Heidi Kruger, my heart can't handle the Meatball happy panting. Let's see, AMC bringing its way upwards, 42.54. Let me draw a couple of shapes. Mad Hatter says, has Meatball ever tried a meatball, or is that too far? God, I don't think I have actually made a dog-safe meatball for him to try. Rabbit says, does Meatball have any food allergies or diet restrictions? Anything a dog can eat, he can eat. We got Nape Tapes 502 or Nape Tapes. What's going on, man? Good to have you guys. Okay, let me see if I can track a couple for laser too. So that's where PROG is currently struggling at. You could say that this is actually a fairly okay resistance too. Yeah, I see it. 1 touch point, 2, 3, 4 is honestly, this one's an easier resistance to call. I think that this one is going to be harder to pass. See if that changes anything. Quantum Scope has pulled back from its pretty ridiculous gains, which is a good time to sell calls. But I'm not your financial advisor. RIVN has just gone non-stop. Up to 150. Wow, that would have really been 50%. Oh. But 50%. I was really thinking when RIVN IPO'd, I was like, this is risky, but it was pretty fun to get in before $100. Imagine if I got to $100 before Tesla, you know? And now look at me. All the smart money was wrong. Dumb money, once again, is absolutely right. What in a normal meatball isn't safe for dogs is probably mixed with like onion powder and real onions, chili. Nape Tape says, not much, chillin'. Jackson says, my dog Titan once ate a whole brisket after 12 hours of smoking. Aww. Jackson says, dude, I'm kicking myself. Literally told everyone about RIVN the past 2 years. Now I'm stuck. Oh, man. RIVN. Smoking Jogan says, I was typing it as you said it. Nape Tape says, I like Nape Tapes better. Oh yeah. You know what's funny? RIVN, by the time I made this YouTube title, didn't have double-digit gains yet, and now it does, which means we've effectively created that double-digit gains. We've presented it to reality, and then we've spoke it into existence. Alright, there it goes again. There he goes. Andrew, do I like Subway? I used to eat a Subway sandwich freshman year of college every single day. So much so that when I go downstairs from my dorm to the Subway, they used to be able to get me my order before I even say anything. They like prepared for me because I usually come in at almost the exact same time. That's how much I ate Subway. JS Justice, good morning, cool, calm, collected. MOS coming soon to be followed by Shower Fest. Stay tuned. Heck yeah, JS Justice. Now we're talking the real thing. Now we're talking the real deal. Matt Hatter says the Mo Money effect. Hey. Any thoughts on Hexo? Hexo. Hicks. Exo down 5%. Whoa. Okay, interesting. This is pretty much where it opened at on Friday. So it means you broke even if you bought in on Friday morning. For the daily. Daily just been a solid bleed all the way down. Yeah, I'm not sure if I have any positive news other than Hexo likely won't be going down to $1 any lower than $1.27 anytime soon. Likely we'll find a bounce if you get anywhere close to there. Where is RIVN? I'm gonna put it at the top. RIVN has been insane. Look at it go. Let's get us his nape tapes. That's amazing. Top tier service. You guys having fun. Aperture 4.0. Cooked eggs, carrots, pumpkin. All good things for dogs. Yeah, you guys having fun? Nape Tapes is asking a great question. Showerfest 2022. We've been using that hashtag since July. Since earlier than July. Shib? Yeah, we'll take a look at Shib. Speaking of which. Oh, I spilled Meatball's water once again. Sorry, I spilled all your water. I'm clumsy. I didn't mean to. He's still drinking. GME had a near 5% rip earlier today, pulled back to about 2.5%. It's reasonable. PROG rejected at $3.48, now hanging out 20 cents lower than that. It's not crazy. Matt Header says, I'm running out of wipes. Meatball. Hello. Can I help you? Can you? Your breath smells like fish. What's up, Hold My Bear? Good to see you. So we were looking at news from the news gods. Let's see. There's negativity surrounding retail, according to Jim Cramey. I'm surprised that there's not any conversations about any of these crazy stocks that are going right now. Black Friday stocks expected to go 20% year over year, which is insanity. All right. Walmart, Amazon, and Macy's ahead of Black Friday. Okay, let's see.
Week and a half away from Black Friday.
Right, well, it's the big first forecast for the Thanksgiving week shopping stretch.
A headline item over the weekend about Amazon just basically promoting delivery, right? Promoting on-time delivery because the mindset of the consumer is that you got to get in early if you want to get your goods for the holiday.
Yeah.
We will see. Jim, I don't know if you're thinking about that. Interesting note from Morgan Stanley over the weekend. More about durable goods, but they say a sizable inventory build is coming. And that build is what they say is the greatest story for 2022 yet untold. That would be a big deal.
Yes, great inventory build. I love that. I mean, that's better. It replaces the Great Resignation. Remember that? We got to move forward. Now we got a great inventory build. Look, I think if you want to play holiday, you want to buy Best Buy, you want to buy Dick's, you want to buy Macy's, you want to buy Target, and you want to buy Amazon. Walmart, my Capital Trust owns it. David, you always love this when I self-denigrate. I don't necessarily see Walmart yet as being a leader, and that's in part because they're spending a lot of money on Walmart.com. That said, I think that Walmart has a great prospect for 2022 because they've spent a ton of money in 2021 to make it so they're competitive, and David, they want to pass Amazon. Possible?
No.
Oh.
No.
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 Not at all?
No, but they can be competitive, right? They can be competitive.
Yes.
I think it was
brick and
interesting.
mortar,
I think it was
David, brick and mortar and omni-channel. I mean, come on. They're made for each other.
Right. Right. No, and as a percentage, it's funny. I think David Berman tracked these numbers. We had him on last week as a percentage of total sales, retail.
Look at Carl Meese. He's in the chat right now. He's also pinned in this stream. This is a good time to talk about what have you learned? What kind of technicals have you want to hear more about? I want to hear your voice on this chat.
Started to come back a bit.
Yes.
Versus Samsung, Apple, Amazon, and in part it's because of the success of strategies like that at Walmart, where again the omni-channel is working, Jim, and the buy it online, pick it up at the store kind of model does seem to be effective.
And Target's working. I want to stay close to Macy's. Remember, if borders are open, 25% of Macy's is Herald Square. So if borders are open and their omni-channel continues, that stock's going to be cheaper than we think. Remember where it was. I know the chart looks like it's overextended, but you can put up Home Depot, you can put up Lowe's. It's very hard to find a chart that's not overextended in retail, except for Walmart.
Except for Walmart. Okay, hold on. We're gonna talk about retail. Just want to pull this 20% up year over year number right here.
We just got it here moments ago. MasterCard Spending Pulse expects total retail sales, so this is in-store and online, will grow 10% over last year, 12.2% compared to Thanksgiving week 2019. Black Friday sales alone forecast to increase 20% year over year. Shoppers are expected to return to physical stores to snap up those in-store doorbusters that are reverting to Black Friday from Thanksgiving again this year. So what's old is new again. Many retailers are closed on Thanksgiving. Many did so in 2020 as well, as the pandemic really accelerated and there were no vaccines available. And while those factors have changed, the stores are going back to previous Turkey Day tradition and staying closed. E-commerce sales are expected to grow just 7.1% compared to Thanksgiving week 2020. It makes sense because remember, so many consumers just shopped from the safety of their homes Thanksgiving week last year compared to non-pandemic Thanksgiving week 2019. However, e-commerce will be more than 50% higher. Big ticket items will be the strongest, with luxury, excluding jewelry, forecast to grow 92.3%, followed by apparel sales growth of 56% and department store sales growth of more than 40%. If those department stores are getting another shot to impress these consumers, they better not blow it. Joe, back over to you.
Just thought about, and Christmas is coming too, so we've done the Thanksgiving.
Finsword, thank you for becoming a Mo Monkey. That's because they pressed that join button next to the subscribe button. You guys should try as well. It's the cool kids getting a badge next to their name. Also, Reese Blank, good to see you. How have you been? Houdini, how have you guys been? It's like we're all back in the day. The family is here. Meatball and Andrew.
How much that's going to cost? It's going to be record. You know what we can do after that, Courtney? The 7 dancing ladies and geese laying, and what's the price of that going to be this year? You know how every year we do that. We add up how much it costs to put on that Christmas Carol. So we haven't done that yet. First we're doing Thanksgiving, which I mean
we haven't done it yet, but I bet we will. I bet it's in the cards somewhere. What do you think?
It's gonna be an all-time high and up a lot. Hey, have you heard that we really shouldn't be worrying about inflation because we saved up so much money during the pandemic? Did you hear someone say that over the weekend? That's how out of touch some people are about. So not to worry.
I mean, unfortunately, obviously, inflation is going to hit the lower end consumers the most,
terrible.
Right? I mean, it
terrible.
always
Just
does.
the idea.
And those are probably those that were the hardest hit during the pandemic.
To defend, I think it's, not going to go.
He's not gonna go there. Okay, let me push through some of the research that I'm doing on the side so that I can make a vid. Yeah, so there's gonna be negativity surrounding retail is misplaced.
A mix of retail and tech. We're going to get Cisco, Baba's going to be in there, and then, of course, the Walmarts, the Williams-Sonomas, and the Targets.
This is such a big week, Carl. I think that people forget there's a lull last week, and they think we're out of earnings season. But these are the companies that are going to give you a forecast for the holiday season. And if they talk a lot about supply chain, and if they talk a lot about inflation, then I think that the pressure is going to be on again on the Fed. I actually think what they're going to talk about is they have a lot of inventory and they're ready for the season. David, the negativity when it comes to retail is really misplaced because we always had too many stores. We have a lot of inventory. I mean, there's just too many stores filled with inventory. So I'm not as I am less saturnine than others about the season.
We're going to go through our words again. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not lugubrious either. I do get morose occasionally, though, when I think about the lack of inventory.
What are they talking about?
It could be a somewhat
that triggers
somewhat mournful Christmas. Yeah, I don't know.
Williams-Sonoma is going to be on, and you're going to hear about a person, Laura Albert, who has spent a lot of time trying. Look at that stuff. All-time high, trying to figure out how to handle supply chain. The person who spent the most on supply chain, and the reason why I'm least worried about is Best Buy, and that's Corey Barry. Some of these people really thought about this a long time.
Lucid Dream asking about Workhorse has potential. Let's take a look. Turn-based Dragon says, "Oh, is Jimbo on our side? Don't believe his lies. Don't believe his lies. I've got you now." Anybody? Memento?
I'm ahead.
And you pointed that out many times,
well, they thought about
especially in terms of Best Buy and what they've done and how they've been able to deal with it. Guys, Jim, I'd love to, while we're on retail, I'd love to take a quick mention of a Dollar Tree.
Yes.
Gets into the activist
Dollar Tree
lane here, and we'll do it. There's a couple of news items in activism lane this morning. Dollar Tree, though, looked like it was up. Yeah, you can see it's up almost 8%. Manta Ridge is the name of the firm here. Paul Halal, some people may remember that name, of course. Remember CSX when he installed Hunter Harrison as the CEO? It was a kind of an unusual arrangement there in terms of how the role that the activists played there and kind of some of the compensation, if I recall. This stock's been higher than it is. Well, you see there where it is, but it's been all over the map. Traded as high as this in April, then fell, then back. There's been some rumors of an activist. What this comes along with, Jim, is an expectation that Halal, and I have not spoken to him, may have a new CEO in mind. And people do point out that Rich Reiling, the former CEO of Dollar General, is on the board of Aramark, which was one of the companies that a few companies Halal also came after. Right. CSX and Aramark, his two kind of big activist forays. I don't know what you think of Dreiling, but there is some speculation that perhaps that's what he's looking towards here as he makes his play. We'd expect that he would have been talking to management for some time as well prior to making this public.
Well, Dollar Tree never really recovered from Family Dollar, and they have a new CEO. I'd like to see him get a bit of a chance, but if you overlay Dollar Tree over a 5-year period over Dollar General, you're going to see that Dollar General is remarkably well run. And Dollar Tree is fits and starts. So I think this makes plenty of sense as what to go after. Look at that disparity. I mean, they're kind of in the same dollar game. Dollar.
Yeah.
David, when you go to Dollar General versus Dollar Tree, aren't you struck by how Dollar Tree has a lot of merchandise that you think should be worth like $3 or $4?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, I always.
Yeah. I feel like this guy, I still don't know his name very well, but he's kind of like Jim Cramer's like keeper. He just kind of says, "Yep, yes, Jim, yes." Dollar Tree has a lot of stuff that should not be worth $1. Yes, Wendy's salads are very tasty. Yes, Jim, thank you. BTS sandwiches. Most of my Christmas shopping is already done. How are you so ahead of everything? The movies, the family. AJ Hani says, "I'm not buying nothing but stocks. I'm done buying crap." But you could buy crap stocks. Smoker Dragon says PayPal gap fill play. Let's look at this. RIVN finding its top at 150 makes sense. Mental barrier. There's no resistances up there, so it has to just based off of what numbers make sense. PP. PayPal hit $114 earlier. Interesting play. Dropped back down to its lows of the day twice. So you know what this means. That's bullish. I love a catchphrase. Monique says, "Oh no, they better not get rid of Dollar Tree. Geesh, death of the dollar store is a true threat." Yeah. Spoken like a poet.
All right, well, it's the.
Let me take a look at this. Cool. And let me see if I can pull up this. Getting closer. You guys saw that whoa. Nope. So then I am going to check this out. Okay, honestly, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do this. Moon Platoon, we have a question about whether or not we are expecting the hedge funds to pull out the worst. So 1.5 million shares, they just kind of go like that. No, they don't disappear for a reason. What is exactly going on with the shorts pulling back their rocket? And pulling back the rocket is right. We've saw some ascending levels of resistance and we've seen some bounces. We've seen AMC take off from critical levels of support, got to the 30-minute chart, and we saw that on the Sunday video. We bounced all the way from 37.21 all the way up to a predictable high, 42.54. So that has not been breached quite yet. However, with double digits from all over the rest of the market, we have RIVN, we were looking at PROG, looking at LAZR, EGLX, GGPI, KERN. Where exactly is the next gain coming from and what is the next play? So we'll be able to explain that in this video. Hopefully you guys are watching until the end and liking it. So when you smash that like, a meatball gets its treat, an angel gets its wings, and a YouTube algorithm gets defeated. Let's smash it all the way up to whatever number you guys see the view counter at. Now let's go right on ahead. We are playing a couple of stocks that you guys should know that this is not financial advice, but we were looking at NEGG earlier, up about 8.5%. We're looking at SoFi, up 3%. We are looking at QuantumScape, up about 5.5%. That was earlier, up about 10%. So at the end of the day, understand that when a stock has gone past about 4 levels of their overbought Bollingers, that is when you are probably going to be in a sore spot to come back down. But runaway stocks are great to be able to catch up with the options chain. So we want to talk about where PROG is in particular with its data. We have Ortex right here. This is the short interest, 32.53% on PROG. So that is a Chatterquant alert that we saw earlier. We were looking at the earnings and we're looking at the alerts center as well. Pay attention to the fact that both Lux and both Lux and Chatterquant and Ortex are in the description down below for major discounts. Thanks to the Moon Platoon, you get 20% off with the code AndrewMoMoney. Take a look at PROG's options. Now we are looking at Friday's options. This is blue for calls, red for puts. We have a good amount of $134,000 at $3. That means that has already set sail. So that is in the money currently, and we are going to look at even more in the coming few days. So a gamma squeeze in the making for PROG. You guys know the mechanics of one. You have these calls that are slowly delta hedging on its way up, especially these at $7.50. So the higher the price of the stock gets, the more the obliged person that needs to give you the stock at the price that you agreed to buy it at, they need to be able to have that stock in order to not end up holding an infinitely bad stick. The potential estimated value, let me pull out my pen, the potential estimated value of a gamma squeeze is whether or not we can track the movement of the stock through major strike prices getting delta hedged. Because at the end of the day, if I have 100 shares, let's say, if I sold 100 shares here, this is $7.50 strike, right? At 100. So I sell 100 shares, or just one contract. That means that I'm going to slowly, here's a thermometer, right? Sideways, slowly fill up to the 100 shares that I have as the price of the stock goes all the way up to $7.50. For example, the $3 strike price here, that likely has already entirely been delta hedged. So this from Friday has already been filled. A lot of buying pressure on the stock, and no shares were necessitated to be bought. There was no squeeze of any kind. That's just delta hedging by itself. So watch as the price action slowly pumps forward. We also were looking at the options on AMC. Pay attention to the fact that both the gamma board for AMC and for PROG are in similar predicaments in that a lot of the major strike prices that hold a ton of the bullish calls have already been rolled past. So this is from Friday. AMC rolled past $40, no problem, and $1 million. The majority of those calls have already been rolled past. So similar to PROG, that means that those have been delta hedged. We have some momentum to try to push the price forward. Now, if you guys had been trying to compare these stocks, we've used tools in the past like the Moo comparison tool that allows you to be able to tell exactly how you can check one stock against another. So we'll look a little bit more into that tool in a future video, but I wanted to be able to shout out that you do have the ability to tell where these stocks are going. So we'll just do a quick check. We're going to do PROG here on Lux algorithm to make sure that we have either the buy or the sell signal. PROG. Meatball's trying to tell me something. Here on Lux algorithm, it slaps onto a free version of TradingView. So I haven't paid for TradingView yet. I don't think you need to. It already comes adapted with a ton of great tools, including Lux. Here's that soft buy signal on PROG that would have gotten you up from $3 to $3.41. That's on the 30-minute chart. How about a longer trade? So a few of the Moon Platoon members we are interviewing talk highly about Lux Algo. In fact, some of them have just been able to turn crypto plays around, bought their first crypto play because of the assurance that Lux Algo is able to give. You were able to see that strong buy signal on PROG at the $2.99 range. The last really good strong buy signal was at 89 cents all the way back in September. So you could have seen 200, 300% increases in that investment. Here's Meatball coming up to you to tell you about the last part of this vid, which is talking about, hey, lovers of free stock and free level 2 data, okay? Announcement that might surprise you. Remember when the Moon Platoon members were getting free AMC stock from stock giveaways? You guys have 4 free chances to get something in your stockings early with Moomoo. So here's actually a brand new user reward that just got launched. So here is the reward. Get 5 free stocks up to $3,500 each. Open a brokerage account and get 1 free stock worth up to $350. Receive a chance to draw for a free stock worth between $3 and $350. Then complete a deposit any amount during the promotion period. Receive a chance to draw a free stock worth between $9 and $3,500. Complete the minimum net deposit of $2,000 during the promotional deposit and receive 3 chances to draw a free stock worth $9 and $3,500. And so that's from right now to the end of the year. So If you guys wanted to do that, grab it in the description down below. Remember, Lux and Chatterquan are also here. And I have been your friendly neighborhood Andrew Mo Money on Twitter, Instagram. Go ahead and follow us there. For now, but not for forever. I'll see you guys in the money. Meatball, gonna say peace? Okay, quick video about Moo. Hi, Box says, thanks for the awesome stream as usual. That's who we were talking about. So I want to say thank you guys. This was a great opportunity to be able to talk to you. I really appreciate it. Meatball, can you, are you good? Thanks to those of you who make this show possible. The Gorillionaire, the Moon Platoon, the Space Legends. We have plenty more to talk about in the near future, but for now, but not for forever. Here's a Meatball hug. Virtual from me to you. Peace. Peace. Smash that like if you guys enjoyed the video.